Conky, have you seen Pee-wee?
Have I seen Pee-wee? What?
I've taken one too many trips to Puppet Land.
It's November 17th, 1990. It's just another Saturday morning watching television. But this morning, CBS is airing the final episode of Pee-wee's Playhouse. Let's take a look back at how it all went down. The episode kicks off with a theme song, sung by Cyndi Lauper, credited as Ellen Shaw. After 5 seasons, if you haven't yet realized that things are wacky at Pee-wee's Playhouse, then the puppet Randy must have performed brain surgery on you without a license. Classic Randy. The magic screen shows one of those clips that looks like a cheap public domain stock film from the 1950s. But that's okay, because this final episode is a clip show. Pretty much everyone has given up on the series, and it's clearly running on fumes. Miss Yvonne, played by Lynn Marie Stewart, comes dancing into the Playhouse and continues her routine. This marks her final appearance on the show, and she's probably hoping for another acting gig after this, though judging by the look on her face, the devil stood her up at the crossroads the night before. Meanwhile, the puppet Terry flirts with Miss Yvonne because he's about to be shoved into a storage crate of hell by the devil, and it's his last chance to make a move on the woman who knows how to play everything except hard to get. Miss Yvonne asks the puppets where Pee-wee, played by Paul Reubens, is. Conky 2000, the 5 Nights at Freddy's reject robot, informs Miss Yvonne that Pee-wee left her a tape recording. The message is a classic Pee-wee move. He's out hunting aluminum cans and will be back later. Given Pee-wee's eccentric nature, this probably means he's literally walking down the highway with a gun shooting cans. Definitely not the day to drive a silver-colored car. The tape self-destructs after being played, ensuring it won't be seized by law enforcement during their investigation into why silver cars in the area are being sprayed with bullets. Miss Yvonne gets the day's secret word from Conky 2000. Today's secret word is word. Remember, no one was putting much effort into this final episode. If Miss Yvonne wanted to, she could sing, word up, and give all the puppets laryngitis. The puppet flowers ask Miss Yvonne what the sign in the window says. Miss Yvonne pulls out a for sale sign. This shocks her. How could Pee-wee be selling one of the last remaining hippie communes? This is Magic Screen's cue to start showing the clips that will fill time until Pee-wee finally shows up. The first clip, or memory, takes us back to when Reba had an imaginary breakfast at the Playhouse. Technically, this happened when Reba was magically teleported against her will by Zombie, but remember when we kidnapped Reba on her day off from work? Doesn't quite have the same ring. The clips continue, including one where Conky 2000 reminisces about when Pee-wee married his cup of fruit salad during a slumber party at the end of the 2nd season. Miss Yvonne declares that Pee-wee can't sell the Playhouse. She's spent too much of her life there, and as a woman over the age of 40, all she can do now is double down on her questionable life choices. Finally, Pee-wee shows up. Miss Yvonne tells him he can't sell the Playhouse/commune because it belongs to everyone. After all, that was their agreement after the IRS denied their cult's request for tax exemption status as a church. Miss Yvonne asks why he's selling the Playhouse and shows him the for sale sign.
Pee-wee asks where the other part of the sign is.
He excuses himself, goes outside, and returns moments later with a lemonade sign. Pee-wee explains that the lemonade part of the sign must have fallen off, and everyone is relieved that Pee-wee isn't selling the Playhouse. Pee-wee asks if anyone wants a glass of lemonade. After everyone says yes, Pee-wee heads out to get on his bike. When Miss Yvonne asks where Pee-wee is going, he says he's going to get some lemons. He then promises that the Playhouse will always be there forever. Pee-wee Herman rides away, and the series ends. Pee-wee is supposedly selling lemonade, but doesn't have any lemons. He also supposedly went out hunting aluminum cans, but there's no evidence of that either. Did Pee-wee just quickly slap together a lemonade sign, like I used to write school essays at the last minute? Pee-wee Herman was basically the dad who went out for cigarettes and never came back. Or maybe he mistook a silver car for an aluminum can and went on the lam from the cops. I guess we'll never know. Anyway, if you liked this, please be sure to subscribe. Thanks.